Okay, for the module of circuits and devices, you have 4 LOs: LO1, LO2, LO3, LO4. You can have a replacement for the test with all the quizzes across all the LOs, each carry 5%, and you can give labs for 4 labs, which is 20% there. So it will cover your internal marks. For the external, for the 60 marks for 3 LOs, try to come up with 3 different type of case studies that is aligned to here, or you can combine 2. But since it's a year 1 modules, I suggest you to have a lot of sub components, because the depth cannot be there. So probably we need to come with a number of questions there, so that will have easy for you to assess when you want to do across the different type of students here. Okay, for the final alternative, like the case of example for a car battery system where you have 42 volt DC, 36 volt DC, probably I want to charge from a 200 volt AC here. Now you have AC, DC here, and there is a switching possible of a power flow between DC and DC. A diode can come into picture, or a transistor can come into the picture to have the power flow between one end to the another end. And during this process, probably you can have a transient analysis in AC side or the DC side. So you can almost cover every aspects of the content in LO1, LO2 through the LO4, that is the devices there. You can also ask them to take one part of the circuit and ask them to come up with a Thevenin model or a Norton equivalent model to find the open circuit and the short circuit for this given case. The other examples can be an SMPS, like a switch mode power supply, or filter circuits where you use a radio circuits where you want to control a particular band of frequency and ask them to analyze once again the transient behavior for the given circuit. Or energy equivalent circuit, meaning that you give a mechanical system or a physical system and ask them to come up with the electrical equivalent circuit, and from the electrical equivalent circuit once again you can ask them to do the Thevenin, Norton, or superposition, or whatever the analysis you wanted to do. So as I mentioned, like, because this is a preliminary or a year 1 subject, try to come with as much as question as possible. So probably you can come with 6 questions also is fine. Each will carry 10% of the mark, and you can come with different examples and ask them to apply the examples towards your like what you teach in the class in terms of superposition, Norton theorem, Norton Thevenin, AC transient, DC transient, your application of these type of devices like diodes, like a regulator, for example, voltage regulator, zener regulator, for example. So it's quite easy for you to do, I guess. So probably you can relook into this one and come with some sort of alternate assessment for this subject. For the second subject, which is the programming techniques, once again you have 4 LOs. 1 is in the basic, 2 is on the right and the compile using C, and 3 is using the data types, the structures, and LO4 is in the lab. So once again, similar to the previous one, you can come across with 4 quizzes and followed by 4 labs. So this can cover your internal marks. For the external, as I mentioned, like come with as much questions as possible. Probably come up with 6 design, and each carry 10% of the 10% of the marks. And of course, the programming usually can have a common coding, or everybody can come with the same structure of coding. So that's where the rubrics is very important. So you come with the rubrics where the students need to literally write some sort of analysis, or write some sort of inferences from the coding, or when they design the C compilation, they need to come up with some sort of flow chart to show that how the process happens like that. So you can refer to some of the cases in the internet. You can see from this website where you can see several cases has already been there here, like how they are used for medical analysis, bowling scores. Probably you can come with some sort of a COVID data which is available using Kaggle, for example, or Corona Tracker. There are a lot of open source data available online, and ask them to come with some sort of structure, some sort of C analysis using C as a tool to develop here. So even though you teach them the C, even though it is a year 1, they should know that where they are going to apply the C, and this is an opportunity for the students to know where they are going to apply C in reality. So this is another source where it's a very simple projects like bank management system, calendar. I'm pretty sure you have seen this one. Similar to this one, also you can come with some sort of like during this e-learning mode, how to track, for example, the student attendance tracker, some sort of things. I'm pretty sure when you think about in this line, you can come with alternate assessment easily. So two things to remember is, since it's year one, does not mean that we cannot be able to come with application design problem. What we teach is only the concept. So probably you can test the students on the application of this concept, using your own formulation, or you can take some data from the online, ask them to infer in terms of the programming language, and make sure that whatever the things you do as in the final alternative, these type of components should be exposed to the students during the tutorial sessions. um, Thank you.